Every Porsche shop in America has a back corner where the sad cars live. Some dude bought the deal of the century off Facebook Marketplace, drove it home, and watched the temperature gauge do something it should never do. These are the 5 Porsches every mechanic begs you to avoid. Starting the countdown at number 5, the Porsche 928. The 1978 to 1995 cruiser Ferry Porsche himself wanted to build. Big front-mounted V8, aluminum body, a missile that could hold 180 miles per hour across Europe all day. Haggerty flat out calls it the original cheap Porsche that bites people hard when the first service bill arrives. A nice S4 trades around 27 grand. Every 1985 and newer 928 is an interference engine. If the timing belt snaps, the valves slam into the pistons at full tilt, and the motor is done. Cooked. The factory interval is 60,000 miles or 5 years, and every specialist on the planet will tell you that number is fantasy. Real world, you do it at 40,000. If the car sat for years, make it 30,000. A proper belt job runs $2,500 to $4,500 because the shop also knocks out the water pump, the tensioner, the cam seals, and the front main. Skip it, and the cheapest outcome is $8,000 in valve work. The expensive outcome is a whole new motor. Then the electronics show up to party. Bosch fuel injection, a fuse panel shoved into the passenger footwell that Haggerty literally described as scary, ground points that corrode, climate controls that quit one Tuesday, fuel lines on top of the intake that dry out and squirt gas onto red-hot metal. More than a few 928s have caught fire this exact way. The rule of thumb from Jim Dewar at 928 Classics is simple. Plan to spend twice the purchase price to get a car you can actually drive. Twice, your 20 grand S4 is really a 40 grand S4 in slow motion. Oh, and automatic cars chew through thrust bearings because of the long tube running to the transaxle. That fix is engine out, $8,000 to $15,000. Welcome to the 1980s. Number 4 on the countdown, the Porsche Panamera 970. First generation sedan, 2010 to 2016. New sticker back in the day was 180 grand. Price today on Facebook is 25. That single gap is the whole problem. Every bill still reads like a bill for a $180,000 car. The math stops making sense the second something breaks. Start with the air suspension, standard on the Turbo, Turbo S, and GTS. Repair Pal says a single air spring costs $4,679 to $4,913. That is one corner. Do all 4 plus the compressor and valve block, and you're in for $8,000 to $12,000. Next up, the PDK. The Panamera uses the ZF7DT70, a completely different PDK than the one in a regular 911. The mechatronic unit fails. The shift sensor fails. A dealer will quote you $15,000 to $25,000 for a brand new transmission. A specialist can rebuild yours for $10,000 to $18,000. Porsche calls the PDK fluid a lifetime fill, and every specialist in America calls that a myth. Real interval is 60,000 miles or 6 years. Now, for the one recall that matters more than anything else. Campaign AH08, covering 17,986 US cars, the 2010 to 2012 Panameras, plus the 2011 Cayenne S and Turbo. The aluminum bolts holding the camshaft sprockets can snap off and stop the camshaft cold. Engine destroyed. The fix is free at any Porsche dealer. If the seller cannot show you a piece of paper saying the recall was done, run. The 4.8-liter V8 also chews through timing chain tensioners between 80,000 and 120,000 miles, and a full chain job runs $6,000 to $10,000 at a dealer. The hybrid Panamera is somehow even worse. The big battery pack costs $16,000 to $26,000 to replace, and that is on a car worth 22 grand. Car Guru's reviews warn you flat out, you need double the sticker price in the bank before you sign anything. Rolling into number 3, the first generation Porsche Cayenne, 2003 through 2010. Independent shops talk about this truck more than the 996. These things can legitimately run 200,000 miles with religious care. The real problem is that they are the cheapest running Porsches on Marketplace, which means they get bought by owners with zero interest in paying Porsche-priced labor on a 5,000-pound SUV. The signature disaster on the 4.5-liter V8 in the 2003 to 2006 Cayenne S and Turbo is the coolant pipes, molded plastic, buried under the intake manifold, sitting in the hottest spot in the engine bay. Thermal cycled a few thousand times. They crack. Coolant pours into the engine valley, runs down into the bell housing, and soaks the torque converter seal. The starter usually dies for fun while that is happening. Failure rate on trucks that have not been updated is basically 100%. Parts for the aluminum kit run $400 to $900. Labor is 8 to 10 hours minimum. Independent shop bill, $1,600 to $2,500. Add the torque converter seal, and you're at $5,000 to $6,000. That aluminum upgrade receipt is the single most important piece of paper to demand from a V8 Cayenne seller. Show me the pipes, or I walk. Next, the cardan shaft center support bearing. Nearly 100% of these trucks came with a slight factory misalignment, and the bearing eats itself. You hear a clunk under the center console when you accelerate, turn, or shift. Fixes range from a $20 DIY clamp up to a $2,500 OEM drive shaft. The transfer case eats actuator motors and drive chains for breakfast, and a fresh one installed at a dealer is $3,000 to $6,000. Air suspension struts fail. Compressors fail. Valve blocks leak. Repair Pal averages $2,878 to $3,060 for one strut replaced. And if your turbo has yellow calipers, meaning ceramic brakes, sit down. A full replacement set at a dealer runs $20,000 to $25,000. Twice the value of the truck. One independent shop says the quiet part out loud. The purchase price of a Cayenne gets spent all over again on repairs. If you want a 10 grand Cayenne that will keep running, the V6 is the smart pick. Save the V8 heartbreak for somebody else. Sitting at number 2, the Porsche Boxster, 986 generation from 1997 to 2004, plus the 987.1 Boxster and Cayman from 2005 to 2008. On paper, these are the dream starter Porsches. A real balanced mid-engine flat-six roadster for the price of a loaded Camry. Driver-grade 986 Boxsters average $15,742 on Classic.com. Running 2.7-liter cars pop up on Facebook between 8,000 and 15,000 every week. These cars share the exact same M96 engine as the 996. Same IMS bearing. Same scored cylinders. Same dying plastic impeller water pump. Same leaking rear main seal. Every single thing that can murder a 996 motor can murder a Boxster motor. And it costs exactly the same to rebuild. The car is worth 12 grand. The engine is worth 20. That math has been ending marriages for 20 years. Now for the genuinely nasty surprise waiting for 2006 buyers. Porsche made the IMS bearing physically bigger on the updated Boxster, the new Cayman, and the early 997.1 Carrera. The bearing is now so big, it will literally not come out of the housing without tearing the engine completely apart. LN Engineering flat out says you cannot retrofit it. Your only option is to pull the grease seal during a clutch job, and pray engine oil reaches it. Failure rate on those big bearings sits around 1%. Sounds great right up until you remember the outcome is still a destroyed motor. And the 2006 to 2008 Cayman S and Boxster S have what specialists call the worst cylinder scoring in the entire water-cooled Porsche lineup. Tight cylinder spacing, thin walls, forged pistons with a painted skirt coating that wears off and never comes back. Once the scoring kicks in, usually between 60,000 and 100,000 miles, the whole engine goes in the trash. A Flat 6 Innovations rebuild starts at $22,000 and climbs from there. If you want a safe, cheap Porsche, stay on the 2.7-liter base cars. Even better, wait for the 2009 facelift. The 987.2 got a brand new engine called the 9A1. No intermediate shaft at all. Cams run straight off the crankshaft, and the IMS nightmare is dead and buried. A 987.2 Cayman base manual averages $28,415 today, worth every extra dollar over a cheaper 987.1 with a grenade bolted to the flywheel. And the number one offender on the list, the Porsche 996 Carrera, 1999 to 2004. No car on the planet has a better ratio of cheap to buy and ruinous to own. A clean 996.1 coupe trades between $25,000 and $30,000. Project cars dip under 10 grand. Haggerty literally calls it possibly the least loved 911 of them all. Every Porsche mechanic in America has a speech ready the second a customer walks in with a fresh title. The speech is about the M96 Flat 6. This was Porsche's first water-cooled 911 motor, and to hit a cost target, they ditched the bulletproof Mezger design they had been building forever. In its place went a tiny sealed ball bearing called the Intermediate Shaft Bearing, or IMS for short. The grease inside that bearing eventually dries out. The bearing seizes, the timing chain goes slack, the valves slap into the pistons at full speed, and you are done. Failure rate on the 2000 to mid-2005 single-row bearings runs 8 to 10% under warranty. A used factory replacement motor, installed, is $20,000. A proper Flat 6 Innovations rebuild with new cylinder sleeves and the IMS solution is $22,000 to $30,000. Jake Raby, the actual authority on these engines, has a famous warning. The quickest way to kill a 996 is leave it sitting in a garage. When oil does not circulate, bearings dry out. When cold starts outnumber long drives, cylinders score. Bore scoring is the next disaster. The cylinder walls wear down. Cylinders 4, 5, and 6 on the hot bank get hit worst. And the only honest way to catch it early is a bore scope down the spark plug holes. Then there is D-chunk failure, and that phrase makes any seasoned Porsche mechanic physically wince. On the early 3.4-liter motors, a whole chunk of cylinder liner can break free, fly into the combustion chamber, and vaporize the engine in a single revolution. The Eisen vs. Porsche class action from 2013 covered 57,999 affected Boxsters and 911 Carreras. If you bought your 996 in 2020, that settlement does nothing for you. The claim window slammed shut over a decade ago. Here is the detail that separates the smart buyers from the sad buyers. The 996 Turbo, 996 GT2, and 996 GT3 all use the Mezger motor, one of the most over-engineered production engines ever built. No IMS, no D-chunks, no bore scoring epidemic. That is why clean 996 turbos trade at 70 grand, while base 996s struggle to crack 30. If somebody tells you the 996 has a bad engine, the right response is to ask them, which one? Never buy one without a proper inspection at a specialist shop. A $500 pre-purchase inspection regularly uncovers $10,000 to $50,000 in hidden problems. This is the single most important car on the list to inspect before signing the title.